And we are tracking just a couple of isolated showers across areas of northeastern North Carolina. Nothing to give you any relief from the heat that is out there. And it looks like those chances for rain will be going up as we get into the weekend. As we take a look at the radar again, not much here locally. I've been watching a few showers pop up around Richmond and over towards Tappahannock, and a few more down here, mainly south of the Albemarle Sound. And we've got a little bit of a heavier downpour right here through Dare County over towards Roanoke Island, rather. As we zoom in around the Virginia Dare Memorial Bridge and over towards Mans Harbor, we got some of that heavier rain that also extends up towards Manio, just south and east of the airport. So we'll call for an isolated shower or thunderstorm in a few spots, but out towards the west, we have a front that is approaching, and that front will eventually stall over the area, setting up a pattern of some more unsettled weather. So as we get into the weekend, showers and thunderstorms, best chances in the afternoon and evening both days, although one or two showers could pop up anytime. So let's time it out with Futurecast this evening. Futurecast overdoing those chances for rain just a little bit. The general idea, there will be an isolated shower or two somewhere. Temperatures even by 7 o'clock still around 90 degrees. Skies clear out later tonight. We'll go for partly cloudy skies, lows dropping back to the 70s for most locations, and maybe right around 80 degrees along the coastline. Winds coming in out of the south and southwest tomorrow means more heat and more humidity. Partly sunny skies through the day. Afternoon heating starts to build up. We'll see a few of these showers and thunderstorms developing. That's in advance of the cold front, and eventually that rain will work its way in from northwest to southeast. And I don't think by tomorrow evening that the showers and thunderstorms will wind down after sunset. I think we'll still see a good chance at some showers and possibly even a few thunderstorms into the overnight hours and early on Sunday. That front located right through here, and it'll pretty much stall over the area as we go through the day Sunday. So there could be a shower anytime during the day on Sunday. Better chances, though, once that heat and humidity start to build during the afternoon. Temperatures generally in the mid-80s, so not quite as hot on Sunday. So the weekend not looking like a washout, but there will certainly be chances for rain as we go through the next couple of days. Up on the eastern shore, some hazy sunshine, a temperature coming in at 92 degrees, though when you factor in that humidity, 52%, it feels like 99. And there are those south-southwest breezes at 11 miles per hour, bringing in that heat and humidity. Lots of 91s showing up on the map from Hertford to Chesapeake over towards Currituck, Newport News, 91 up at Tangier Island, 89 in Matthews, 93 in Williamsburg, 91 in Moyock, and 88 degrees in Duck, 89 in Kill Devil Hills. So an isolated thunderstorm possible early this evening, partly cloudy skies, 77 for a low tonight. Afternoon showers and storms tomorrow, 92, partly sunny and hot, and those scattered showers and storms will continue into tomorrow night, 76 degrees, and good chance of those afternoon showers and storms on Sunday, not quite as hot, high temperature of 88 with westerly winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Still a chance for an isolated shower storm really each day next week, though those chances will be going down a little bit to about 30 to 40%. And notice temperatures getting back closer to normal. Normal high is 85 degrees.